Okay, hi and hello everybody. It's Fern back with another Plenty video. So today we are going to be starting my July reset. I'm trying to get back on top of doing my reset videos. I'm never consistent with them, but I really want to do one this month because there's things that need to be done around here. So yeah, I figured I'm just gonna go ahead and start. This is probably gonna be going over the next few days. I don't know, I'll probably be jumping around. I'm also filming another plant vlog right now, so I've done some plant chores already today. But for the reset videos, I like to do more like organization, getting things in order, cleaning, just preparing for a fresh new month. So that's what this video is going to be focused on. First of all, I did make a loose list, but we'll just kind of see where this takes us. But first of all, I wanted to give a kind of pest update because things were good for a minute. I was not really seeing many mealies at all, but recently the mealies have been popping back up again, which is so annoying. Mealybugs are the bane of my existence, and I was kind of okay with them just like randomly popping up because it's not like there's one plant that's infested. They just like I will just see a random couple of mealybugs on a plant. I'm just kind of like, okay, like where did you come from? And I'll get rid of them, and then that just repeats itself. Like I'll just kind of find them around. So it's really very annoying. This is like 2.5 years of me having mealybugs now, and it's getting very old. So I did indeed cave and order beneficials, and I got a different kind of beneficial that I've never used before. It's like the mealybug destroyer one that looks like a mealybug. I think it's like the larvae of that, or maybe that is what it looks like as a larvae, and then it turns into something else. I think it might be that, because I think the adult form maybe looks more like a beetle. Hi, Sweetness Bear. She always wants attention when I'm talking to the camera. What, my love? We'll take a play break in a minute. Yeah, we will. We will. I never want to buy beneficials because they're just so freaking expensive, but every once in a while I'm just driven to the brink and I get so tired of spraying that I'm like, I'm just gonna buy beneficials. So we have reached that point once again, and what has pushed me to this point is finding mealybugs on, y'all won't believe it, Monstera Thai Constellation. Monstera Thai Constellation, like why are they on him? He doesn't need that. He doesn't need that kind of stress. Hasn't even put out a new leaf this year. I saw them on there and did like a spot treatment, but I do not want to be hauling that plant around to do pest sprays on it. Like, what a nightmare. So I was like, you know what? I'm doing it. I'm ordering the beneficials. So hopefully these beneficials are just going to work really well. And honestly, I think I might even just be consistent with them over the summer and hopefully just completely get on top of this issue. Because I just can't seem to spray all of the plants often enough to keep them like 100% eradicated. So yeah, that's my little pest update. So hopefully those will be arriving. They'll be arriving early next week. Today's Friday. So yeah, I might be filming still this video when those arrive. As for other things that I want to do, I need to rearrange the vittsjo shelf and wipe some of the shelves down. Half of it is pretty clean. I just have been working on cleaning that over the past couple of days, but the other half still needs to be cleaned. And I have empty shelves on the bottom because I moved all of the cactus and succulents outside. So I need to just rearrange and fill in that space, make it look cute again. So that's something that I want to get done. I also think that I'm finally going to prep some moss poles. So just like fill some moss pole extensions up so that they're ready to go. I can just pop them on top of the plants that need them, which will be really nice to have that done. I want to make a July goals / list of things that I want to get done in July in terms of plant things. I also want to wash out my squirt bottles and my watering cans or watering, devices because they just get grimy. And that is all I have on my list thus far, but I feel like once I'm actually doing all that stuff, like it kind of is a lot of work. So we're just gonna start there, and then if there's other things that kind of pop up that I want to do, we will do those as well. In terms of my supplies, I'll usually use the reset video to organize my supplies, but everything's pretty good right now. I did a Patreon, was it actually reset for May, maybe? I did a Patreon video not too long ago where I organized my plant supply closet. So that's still fairly good. My cart is still fairly organized. So yeah, I think it's mostly just like rearranging, tidying shelves, and doing some prep stuff for the month, and then possibly applying the beneficials depending on when they arrive. So I hope that that sounds good to you. I'm glad that I'm finally starting this video. I meant to start it a couple days ago, but the week just got away from me. So here we go. I am gonna start over at the vittsjo shelf. Okay, so here's the vittsjo. You can see the bottom shelves here are completely empty. I've had the lights turned off the past few days and everything. I don't know what I want to put down there. Like, I really don't know. And I feel like this is a problem that I don't have very often, where I feel like I don't have enough plants, although that's not true. It's just I have plants that can't really fit in that space. And then I also have like a weird gap over here because my Anthurium moodianum, which is right here, doesn't have a spot anymore because it just got too tall. This is a new leaf that it's putting out right now. So that is one that we are also gonna have to find a space for. Maybe I can move some plants that are in the cabinet out to the empty vittsjo shelves. I don't really know. I'm gonna have to kind of play around. They also need to be cleaned. As you can see, they're dusty from, you can see like the marks where the pots were that I moved outside. So yeah, I'm gonna start off by just giving those a nice clean. Well, I'm actually probably gonna clean all. I need to clean this one and this one. This one is already clean. But I'll start from the top down, obviously. So I will just go ahead and get this all cleaned up, and then we will start with the rearranging portion, which will be more exciting than the cleaning. Look at this new leaf on Hoya villosa. Like, how gorgeous. Oh, I love this Hoya so much. I kind of want to find a spot for it that's more prominent because I feel like it's just like hiding in the back of this shelf. So maybe we can make that happen today because I just love this Hoya so, so much. Peduncle progress check-in. Look at those. Stunning. Okay, it's time to start putting the plants back and styling the shelf slash rearranging, just making it look presentable. So I need to find a new spot for my Hoya coriaceae. I also have propagations going of this, which needs to be potted up like yesterday. But this is my very sad one that I almost got rid of, but I decided to keep and see if I could kind of bring her back. Sorry, all I can think about is the movie. But Natasha told me to move this out of the south window, and I think that she's onto something because it literally has like blisters that I think are from too much sun. So I am thinking that she could work in this spot right here, since it's not super close to a grow light or anything. There's the Barinas up here, but they're not like, you know, I don't think that they're gonna scorch this plant. So we'll see how she does in this corner. Hopefully it'll be a better spot for her. I don't know. My Hoya patella is normally in that spot as well. Why is this so wet? The bottom of this is wet. I had this sitting on the counter. I kind of hate the way that this is looking. Let me turn you around a little bit. Is that even better lighting to show you? Not really. I just hate the way that this plant is looking. Like what is even going on here? And why is this so greasy on the bottom? Oh, I know why. Because I sprayed this with neem oil a couple of days ago and it was sitting in the bathtub. Okay, I'm gonna put it down. But I just feel like I kind of want to see if I can make it work on just the one trellis. Because when they just get too spindly, like I just don't like the one vine up the tall trellis look. So let's see if we can remedy this. Oops. Like if I can make it come around and then, you know, could that work? I don't know. I should probably take cuttings of this so that I can just add more cuttings to this and make it bushier. But I don't feel like doing that today. So I guess I'm just gonna, I don't know. It's giving me flashbacks to Hoya pubicalyx when it was trellised all crazy before I fixed it. I don't know, you guys. I think I need to cut this up. I just don't feel like cutting it up today, so maybe in a different video I will end up doing that. And you probably couldn't even see what I was doing. On the bright side, this could fit on my smaller shelf now like this. This is what it looks like. Not very cute if we're being real, but it could go on the very bottom, honestly. I'm thinking my Antheria moodianum could move into this area here. And it can get light from the Rousseau pendant. That works. She actually fits there like perfectly. She looks cute. I guess I'm just gonna keep going with putting the plants back that have a spot that I know is gonna work. So Mandula, the Wilbur Graves. Why is the light not on? Didn't make a difference. Okay. Okay, I have just spent the last like over an hour trying to get this shelf looking cute, and I think that I'm quite happy with it right now. I mean, now that I'm looking at it, I'm finding things that I don't like about it, but overall I think that I'm pretty happy with this. I actually kind of changed a lot. Oh my gosh, where to even start? Well, I guess I'll start with the obvious down here. We no longer have plants in this lower middle section because honestly, I just didn't really know what to move there. There wasn't really anything I want to take out of the cabinets, and the only like smaller plants that could have been moved are in the south-facing window, and I didn't really want to, like, I think that they're going to be better off in the south-facing window than there. So it was just kind of an empty space, and I figured instead of trying to find plants, I'm just gonna put books there, and then I'll just move the books up to this little ledge once there are plants that need to go there and utilize the grow light, or whenever the cactus and succulents come back in. So for now, we're just kind of rolling with that. But I thought that it was cute to display the little planty book facing outwards. So I think that it's fun. I like it. So yeah, that's what's gonna go on down there. And obviously the grow lights are like turned off in that section. Up here, I am just featuring Hoya Thomsonii on in this little cubby. And I think that that looks really nice. Kind of a break from the super crowded rest of the shelf. And I also have my little propagation book here. It is now empty. It had my Florida Ghost, but I recently potted that up. And then here we just have some of my taller Hoya in the back, and then my Leucantha hanging out down there. It doesn't like a lot of light, so I thought that that would be a good spot for it. We have a few Hoya and an orchid in this little section. Okay, so the middle is looking a little chaotic, but I think that I actually love it. So yeah, we'll see how I enjoy this over the next week or so. I might end up switching some things around. You never know. But we have Anthurium moodianum. Wilburgraves is in the same spot. I moved my Hoya polyneura outer variegated over here because, I don't know, I just feel like it's a nice spot to display it. So yeah, I think that it looks really cute. And I also moved the Anthurium Doriaki Silver Red Crystal Hybrid as well, because again, it's just nice to kind of have it on display here. I moved this Velosa in hopes that it would be more prominent, but it's kind of getting swallowed up behind there as well. But hopefully as it keeps growing, it will kind of fill in that little spot. And then right here, I just needed a short plant. So I put my Campulata, which I have almost killed for like the 10th time, but it did recover, thank goodness. Mandula pothos is in the same spot. This middle shelf, I love having the variegated alocasia there. I think that that's so cute, and the way that the leaves were coming out was kind of just a perfect fit right there, so I'm super happy with that. Back behind here, we have some just like little propagations and small plants that are kind of growing out, so I thought that they were fine to be just tucked back there. And then we have the prop boxes, the power box hider thing, which I'm obsessed with. I'm so glad that I added that because it just looks so much better having all the cords hidden away. Hoya Maniparensis is still in the same spot there. And then up here, oh, I moved my variegated Hartley philodendron from the kallax. I took a lot of plants from the kallax. I really did. Look at the big mess I have. But I took, it's like naked. So now I need to reorganize the kallax, but I don't know when I'm gonna do that because I am running out of rearranging energy today. Anyways, we have the philodendron there. I wanted to boost this flower lamp up just a little bit so that it was more visible. So I ended up just stacking a couple of books, and they're books that they're just like old thrillers that honestly are just like for donation anyways. So if a plant like happens to drip on it or something, I'm not too worried. I don't think that they're gonna get destroyed, but you never know. I wouldn't want to put like super nice books there. Otherwise, the plants are kind of the same on this shelf. I moved the Hoya Matilde up one level. I'm not in love with this shelf, but it's fine for now, I guess. And then down here, we have my pings. I moved my Bronze Maiden over here, my Hoya Paradisia. I put the Frydek in the back. I think that will look nice as it continues to size up. And then I moved some of the Hoya that were on the other side over to here. That's my variegated Chia Pence, which is giving an all white leaf, of course, so annoying. And then an Anthurium here. Again, I'm not in love with this. I feel like I need something like bushier or something, but I don't know. It's just these plants need the grow light and they fit there, so it works for me. And honestly, it's fine. It's tidy. And I don't know, I think that this kind of works. I'm kind of loving it. So let me know what you think. But I feel really good about this. Okay, hello everybody. Checking back in on our reset vlog. It is actually, what day is it today? Thursday. Oh my gosh, I have not popped back onto this vlog in so long. It is Thursday evening right now, and my bugs just arrived, which I'm very excited about, although they came pretty late. It's 7 p.m. right now. I mean, they came while I was cooking dinner, so I had my dinner first, but I guess we're doing bugs this evening. So these target mealy bugs, and they also do thrips, is it? I forget, but they do something else as well. I can see them. Oh my gosh, it's so weird how they look like mealybug-esque. Cryptolaemus montrezeri. Cryptobug L. I think that these are also just like commonly referred to as mealybug destroyers. So that's what they look like, which is crazy. And you can see them, like the white specks in there moving around. So they come in the like wheat hull or whatever the heck it is, and you just sprinkle some on to the plants that you are wanting to target. I kind of hate that beneficial. Well, I mean, you can get these little boxes that you can hang on your plant if you want to dump it in there, and it's a little bit tidier, but I don't want to have like 100 of those little boxes around, so I'm just going to apply directly to my plants. But it is kind of annoying that I get this like wheat hull stuff in my plant, especially for like the semi-hydro ones, but it's fine. So I'm literally just gonna go around and just add this to all my plants. I'm gonna start at the Monstera Thai constellation because I know that that one for sure has mealybugs, which is what prompted me to order this, because that's really annoying. This is probably the biggest bugs I've ever used. Like I've only used either beneficial mites, which are very, very tiny. You don't even notice them really unless there's a whole bunch on a leaf or something. And the lacewing larvae, which are nocturnal and they just like hide out, so you don't really see them often either. But these ones, they are big. Like they literally look like a big juicy mealybug. It is so crazy. Oh my gosh, there's some in the lid. Some of y'all are probably grossed out at the thought of like putting these around your home, but honestly, I don't care. As long as they eat the mealybugs, I'm happy. It's really good to see that they are active and moving around. Let's pop some inside the cabinets. This is a very monotonous task, so I'm gonna throw on my audiobook. I'm currently listening to What Lies in the Woods by Kate Alice Marshall. It's a thriller. Okay, so the bugs are all out. I guess I will update over the next couple of days. Actually, yeah, we'll see how long I'm filming this video. I might be able to do all of the reset stuff tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll see. Regardless, I will update on them tomorrow if I can see them crawling around. Okay, hi and hello everybody. I'm back again. I started filming this video like 2 weeks ago, so this morning I'm like, okay, we just need to bust things out, get all of my resetting done that I want to get done, and wrap up this video so that I can get it edited and up for y'all. So yeah, I have my green tea made because we need the energy to do these things, which honestly, the reason that I've been taking so long to film this is because I'm a procrastinator to my core, and this kind of stuff, like prepping, anything to do with like making my life easier for myself in the future, I notoriously just put off. But I am continually trying to work against that so that I can be more organized and make life easier for myself. So yeah, and that's all that this video is intended to be. Like, it's just supposed to be a hang out with me, body doubling, let's get some stuff done kind of video. So yeah, I've got my little notebook out again with my list. So what I want to get done right now is to prep a bunch of moss poles. I counted how many extensions I have coming up, and thank goodness I'm prepping this ahead of time because I would never get them done if I wasn't pre-filling these moss poles. But I think that since I'm doing this, I'm actually going to be able to keep up with my pole extensions this month. So I need to make 9 of them, which is insane. And I had exactly 9 poles sitting in my closet, my like plant supply shelf in there. I do have more downstairs that are like this, that were built and that I need to reuse, but I had exactly 9 just upstairs, so that was perfect. Oh, I forgot my moss though. I need to go grab my moss. I think it's gonna be a lot easier and save time to just bulk prepare these, so I can just grab them and pop them on, which will literally take like a minute or two whenever the plants need one. One of y'all told me to do this like so long ago, probably like a year ago, and I was like, that is such a great idea, but I just haven't done it. So today we're trying it out. Okay, I've got our sphagnum moss here, and yeah, I'm just gonna bang some of these out, and I figured that I could kind of give you an update on the beneficials because they've been here for 3 days now. And to be honest with you, I don't know if they're actually doing anything. I've seen them crawling around on maybe 1 or 2 plants, but other than that, they are just hanging out on the substrate, like where I first put them. And I can see them moving there, so I know that they're alive, but it just seems like they're not going like crawling up the plant and finding the mealybugs. I did move one of them onto like beside a mealybug, and it did eat it very quickly. So they definitely can take down a mealy. So I think that either the food that comes with them when I like dump it in there is enough that they don't really have to go hunting for a while. I'm hoping that that's the case, and once they kind of run out of food, then they'll start crawling around on the plants more. But yeah, it's weird. They're like just hanging out at the bottom. I'm like, come on, go up the vine, please. So I don't really know what's up with that. I mean, I'm gonna have to give it more time to form my thoughts and opinions on them, but I'm hoping that they start kind of moving around a little bit more. Anyways, let's get cracking here with these poles. I spent the weekend, well, not the whole weekend, but I took some time on the weekend to clean the house, so it's nice to feel like the house is reset now, and I feel like that has also given me motivation to just get all this planty reset kind of stuff done. And it's nice, and now I actually have space to do these things. Like, I have a clear counter, and yeah, it feels good. Okay, you guys, we did it. 9 moth pulls ready to go. It feels so good. It didn't take me that long, maybe half an hour. And that's gonna save me so much time because I feel like it takes, you know, like 10 to 15 minutes to pull out my moss, fill a moss pole, stick it on the pole, the whole shebang. And now we've just cut out the longest step. Really, really happy with this. I think I'm gonna keep these downstairs because I don't really think that there's, well, actually there might be room in the closet. I'll go check, but yeah, really, really happy that we got this done. Okay, there actually was a spot to put the moss poles in the closet, which is perfect because now they're just gonna be so accessible and easy for me to, like, I'll have no excuses when it comes to extending my moss poles now, which is great. But while I was in there, I saw these bags of leca sitting in there that I bought a couple months ago now, honestly. I knew I needed to stock up on leca, but I haven't put these in my leca bin yet. I usually keep my leca soaking so that it's just ready to go, but I want to rinse this off first because it's so dusty. So I think we're gonna take it outside and give it a rinse, and then I can just pop it in that bin. Okay, I see more leca in my future soon because I have so much of it ready to go now. And I know some people say that you don't have to soak it first and it doesn't make a difference, but since I started soaking my leca first, or just like storing it like this, keeping it moist, I have had way better luck with leca. So I don't know if that's a coincidence or not. I'm not saying that that is like a direct correlation. I'm just saying it's very easy for me to do, and things have been going well, so I'm gonna continue to do it. But yeah, we've got that leca all taken care of, and I think that the next thing on my list is to clean out my spray bottles, which I think the last time I did it, which I was also filming, and it was like a long time ago, like a year ago, so they're definitely due to be cleaned again, but I think I used salt. So we're gonna head over to the sink again and try to get some of those cleaned out, and my watering can from outside I'm gonna clean as well. Just the one that I keep up on the deck for watering my cactus and succulents, and I also use it to water my seedlings and flowers out there, and it just stays out there so it gets kind of gross, so I want to bring that in and give it a clean as well. I actually decided that I'm gonna have some lunch before I finish all of this reset stuff up because I'm really hungry. It's only 11:46, but I get up at 4:45, or at least most mornings I do, and today I did, so I get hungry for lunch really early. So I'm just gonna relax and enjoy my lunch. It's in the microwave right now. I'm heating up some cabbage soup that I made last night, which might seem very random, but I've been on this cabbage soup kick because I've been eating the cabbage from my garden, and I'm like, what the heck am I supposed to make with cabbage besides like coleslaw or just random recipes that don't use that much of it? So I wanted to find something that I could use like a big portion of cabbage, and this recipe calls for like 10 to 12 cups. For this soup, I harvested a massive cabbage, like at least twice the size of the last one that I harvested. I'll pop a picture of it on the screen. I was so shook. It was so heavy, like just crazy. Never seen a cabbage as big as that in my life. I ended up only using like a third of it for this soup. Like it was just that big and dense. So I've got a lot of cabbage to use up. I've also got my blackcurrant soda that I'm gonna have, and I think I'm gonna read my book for half an hour while I have my soup. I also found this channel recently. I'm gonna play this in the background while, okay, I'm coming. I'm gonna play this in the background while I have my lunch, but it's human-made, like no AI lo-fi, and it's super relaxing. I love listening to lo-fi while I'm reading or when I'm getting work done on my computer, stuff like that. So I will link their channel in the description if you want to check them out, because I think that what they're doing is really cool. But yeah, I'll show you my soup quick. Oh, it's so dark. Okay, you can't see super well, but it's a yummy cabbage soup. I'll link the recipe for this also if anyone's interested. I know it's not soup season, but if you have cabbage to use up, and I did add soy curls to this as well. So I did soy curls instead of potatoes, and it's so, so good. Anywho, I will see y'all after lunch. Okay, finished my lunch. It was delicious. I'm freezing cold right now for some reason. I think because I've been drinking that cold drink, but I am going to wash the containers now. This is my watering can I was talking about. And this is the only one that looks really gross. This is really bad. Yeah, that's NAR. So this one definitely needs to be washed, and this one doesn't really look bad, but I guess I'll give it a rinse anyways. Okay, I just had to look up my past reset videos and find the one where I cleaned these out last time because I could not remember. I remembered using the salt, but I didn't know what else I put in here. So I re-watched my old video, which, by the way, I have a whole playlist of these like reset kind of videos, so I'll link that in the description for you if you want to watch more and just, you know, get the motivational vibes going. Anyways, so it's coarse salt and vinegar. And I remember it working super, super well. So let's go ahead and clean this one out. I'm almost out of coarse salt though. Oh no. I need to open this up. And vinegar. And then swirl that around. I feel like I need more salt, but that is like... Okay, it's working, but not as well as it worked the last time I did it. I think I don't have enough salt, but I'm almost out of, or I am out of salt now. Like, that's literally... I have other salt, but I don't think it's coarse. Maybe it is. I mean, this is kind of coarse. This Himalayan pink salt. Ooh, I can hear it bubbling up. Okay, that helped a little, but it's still really dirty. And I looked and saw a different video where they used salt and isopropyl alcohol, so I just rinsed this out, and I guess I'm gonna try that next. Oh, that's working way better. Way, way better. The bottom is like clear already. Okay then. Oh my gosh. Now it's coming off so easily. So if you have something stubborn, I guess isopropyl alcohol and salt is the way. You can literally see like it's cleared all that off the bottom. And I didn't even put that much in either. Okay, I think that's gonna be good enough. So I'm gonna give this a rinse. This is my Super Thrive bottle, so it just gets gunky and it'll be so much nicer to have it clean again now. Okay, that is all clean, so much better. And oh yeah, I do have this one too, but this one's not really gross. It's mostly just dusty, so just give it a quick rinse. I used to use this, it's just labeled water. I used to use this for watering my pings, like my carnivorous plants, because it's easy to just squirt a small amount of water into them. But that was when I used tap water for my carnivorous plants. So I guess since I've been using the zero water pitcher, I just have been watering them like directly from that. But it is kind of annoying because too much water comes out. Like I always make a mess when watering them. So I feel like I should start pouring the filtered water from the zero water pitcher into here, and then I can use this to go around and water them. So I'll have to keep that in mind because yeah, I just love these little squeeze bottles. They're super convenient. And now I have this gross, I don't know if you'll be able to see, oh yeah, how disgusting it is in here, this watering can. So I think I'm gonna do the same thing with the salt. I'll try just with the vinegar first because I don't know, vinegar's cheaper than isopropyl alcohol, so I'd rather waste that if I'm gonna use it. And then there's also a mosquito bit thing, which has been in there for a while, so I'm just gonna take that out now. I don't really, for my outdoor plants, I'm not gonna use the mosquito bit thing because I just don't really care. I'm sure I could get a brush in here, but seems kind of difficult to maneuver through the little hole in the top, so I think I like this method. We've had this thing of salt for so long and have barely made a dent in it, so I'm kind of glad to be using it for this, to be honest. Okay, I feel like this could be easier to get off. Like it just looks less, I don't know, maybe I'll be wrong. It's awkward to shake with this shape. Okay, I might have to try to get a scrub brush in here. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, it's actually not that bad. Reach in here. Okay, that is a million times better. Do you see how clean that is in there? Oh my gosh, that feels good. It's these little like niddly, is that a word? These niddly tasks that aren't really a big deal, but it just feels so much nicer to have them done because every time I pick up this watering can to water, I'm like, oh, it looks gross. So now I get to water with a nice clean watering can. I don't have to have that thought every single time. Bless. Okay, normally in these videos I sit down and kind of do some planning for things that I want to get done in July, but honestly, I don't even know. Like this month is pretty busy for me because I'm installing irrigation in my garden and we're going camping, so it's gonna be a bit of a busy month, mostly because of the garden stuff. Like I feel like that's just a big project that's gonna take me a while. So I don't think I'm gonna be doing anything too crazy inside. I have things that I'm still working on, like the Acrobar cabinet that I've been in progress of trying to paint forever, things like that. I mean, I guess that's really the only thing that I'm like actively in progress with when it comes to the indoor plants. But I feel like that's a big enough project. The outside irrigation is a big enough project that I'm not going to be doing anything too crazy with the plants, and I am going to be posting a full houseplant tour at the end of this month as well, which takes a really long time to like film and edit and everything. So I think my plate's pretty full. I am going to be doing pole extensions, like we'll still be doing plant tours, of course. I think I actually am going to have a long planty vlog coming next week. But yeah, I think the last thing that I want to do in this video is kind of rearrange my kallax shelf, the top of it a little bit, because I took plants away and I haven't really moved the plants on there to make it look nice again or added any more plants to fill in the spaces. So let's pop over there and see if we can make it look a little bit more cute. Okay, so I don't know if there's a room, but I would love for my begonia Fanny Moser to be up here because I think it would make her more visible, and I am just obsessed with her. So obviously I want to see her. So let me think about this. I think I kind of want to move the philodendron El Guapo over here. Let's try that. So philodendron, it's just that this leaf is so, like, the petiole is so long. The other ones are a lot more tight, but this one is just crazy. So I could try to tuck it in a little bit better. This is what I use to get the petioles to stay tighter to the moss poles. But this one could be questionable because it's quite long, super long. Okay, that helped a little, but it's just a crazy plant, I guess. But, oh, now it looks so empty over there. But it's kind of a nice change of pace to have him out here to appreciate. I could put the Fanny Moser over here. Ooh, she actually looks so cute. Can you see that? Okay, I'll give you better footage of what this looks like after because I feel that the lighting is making it hard to see this, but she's like perfectly curving in here. And then we have the Anthurium, Begonia Immaculata. I think she needs to go here. Okay, so I have an empty spot front and center here, so I need to decide what I want to go here. I would love to do an alocasia. I just fear that this Maharani is a little too small for this spot. I mean, she could grow into it. Oh, actually, wait. I have the perfect thing to go here. She can go back into the Millsbow cabinet. My Syningia leucotricha. She's gonna be perfect there. And she's been living in the south window, but these don't like to be scorched by light. They want indirect light. So this is gonna be a much better spot for her because it's bright, but she's not gonna be getting a ton of direct sun. So, oh my gosh, how perfect. She's in bloom and just fully back to life, which is amazing. So let's stick her there. Oh my gosh, so cute. So cute. It's like the perfect display spot for her. I'm super happy with how this is looking. And it always just feels good to switch this area up once every few months. So yeah, I think that I'm gonna leave it like this. I feel like I haven't sat down here in my regular spot to film for a long time, so I'll close up the video here. really glad that I'm finally wrapping up my July reset. I feel like we got some really great things done, especially with the vittsjo shelf at the beginning of this video. I'm still really happy with how it's looking. I always just feel a million times better when things are nice and cleaned up, rearranged. We got some prep stuff done that I think is really gonna help me out the rest of the month. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed. Like I said, I have a whole playlist filled with videos like this one, so I'll link it down below for you. But I hope that I was able to keep you company as you tackled your planty things or your household things. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye!